All right, y'all. So when you first park, we are on the second level, and we are going to walk you guys to where the elevators are and show you how to get into Borgata, the casino area where all the shops are, and the food court. So just make sure when you do park, sometimes level 2, because it is the busier one, to make sure that you can remember what level you're on so you don't forget your parking. So as you see, I'm pretty sure they're color coded as well, but we are on level 2.
Oh, we never had to go above level 2.
Yes, but it is the summer. Thank you. All right, so we have made it to where the elevators are, right where you get off from the parking. And there are 6 elevator banks. All right, so we have now made it to the casino floor. All right, so first thing you're gonna do is once you get off the elevators, take a left and then an immediate right, and you will see all of the shops. So as you see, they have like a Starbucks over here, and then they also have different little shops. So like they have like shirts and knickknacks and such. And then they also do displays that are based off whether or not it is spring, summer, fall, and winter. Right now, we're in the summer, and you can see how they have decorated this for the summer, even though to me it looks a little bit more springish, but they are definitely very intricate here with their displays. Then as you can see, they also have more shops. And this is right before you get to the casino floor. And then one of the great spots, I do believe they are open. Are they open 24 hours?
I'm not totally sure. They got hours over there.
Okay. But we'll give you a rundown of the hours. But this is one of the favorite spots for a sweet treat or a caffeinated beverage. As you can see, they have tons of different sweet treats here. And then they also even have gelato, which looks absolutely divine.
So weekdays they are open till midnight, 7 a.m. to midnight, and then weekends are 7 a.m. to 1 a.m.
Okay, so they're open at latest 1 a.m. on the weekends, and they open up at 7 o'clock every day.
Yeah.
But
Seating area.
as you can see, they also have different like breakfast sandwiches and muffins. And like I said, this is definitely a very popular spot here. They even got little quiches as well and different pastries. And then have all the things for your coffees and then a little seating area for your little quick bite. All right, so they also, right across from here, if you have a MGM Rewards, you can swipe your rewards card to see if you have any promotions, and an ATM right beside it. And then you'll be walking into the casino floor. So when you immediately turn, you're gonna take a right, and this will be where your entrance is for your rooms. So you would come here, and they have all the different towers for your different rooms. And as you can tell, everybody is checking out right now. And then right past where you would go to your room is where you're gonna find a lobby bar, and then where you're going to be checking in at. So again, once you come off from the main strip, you'll be taking that one first right, and then it's pretty much like one giant loop, and it will end you up at like guest services area. And as you can see again, they decorate heavily for the different seasons. Yet again, I feel like this is definitely more of a spring looking feel, but hey, it's still beautiful.
Yeah. Beautiful like you.
Aw, you're far too kind. All right, so once you pass where guest services is and where you would check in is gonna be where you would actually come in if you're getting dropped off. So if you did not park, you would actually be coming here, and then you would take an immediate left and you would end up right at guest services area. And again, the decor is absolutely beautiful. Even got this cool little ant guy. Yeah, cool little ant dude. All right. So as you're keep making your way, we're gonna not walk on the casino floor. Don't wanna do any recording there because they definitely do not permit you to do that.
Those guys were before and then after. It was before you get checked and then after you.
Oh yeah. All right, so once you pass where you would come in for like your valet and drop off, is gonna be MGM rewards. So if you actually didn't get a MGM rewards card, this is where you would go to sign up for said MGM rewards card. And I highly recommend that even if you're here just for the day, to sign up for it, get points. And they also usually do like little giveaways when you sign up, whether it be free play or like a little tote bag, t-shirt, stuff like that. So it's definitely worth it. So once you pass that, you're gonna have where you would go for the MGM Tower. So if you're here for the MGM Tower, this is the hallway you would go to. And as you can see, there's tons of very beautiful bathrooms everywhere. So if you have to go to the bathroom as much as Mr. Lambie here, there's usually one on almost every corner. They also have a nightclub as well, which is right over here to your left. I'm not sure of the hours on that. I'll go give that a gander if you're into going to the nightclub. So it looks like it is Friday and Saturday only at 10 p.m. All right, so now we're gonna be going down to the food court area, which as you saw, we made a slight little right. And as you do that, you will see one of the restaurants, the American Bar and Grill, which has always looked very nice, but a little bit probably too fancy for our taste, but still beautiful nonetheless. I'll try and give you a view of what the menu looks like when we come back up. All right, so once you pass the American Bar and Grill, you will have your sports book and bar over here to your left. And it's pretty large, and that's directly across from the poker room. And beside the poker room is actually where the food court is. So here is your poker room area, which as you see, doesn't really seem like there's much to it right now, but it is also at like 11 o'clock in the morning. And then here is the sportsbook bar. Very nice. All right, so once you pass the poker room, you're gonna take a right. Oh, there's Mr. Lambie. And then we're gonna go down the escalator down to the food court. Now there are a wide variety of options when you do get down here to the food court. So they do have a place here that is just breakfast. And then they have like almost like a little convenience store type over here to your left that is open 24 hours. And then they have a little seating area here. So they have, also there's bathrooms straight down here to the left. So they have a Haagen-Dazs. And then they have a Philly steaks and subs place. So it looks like they have cold hoagies, roast pork, chicken and beef steaks, wings, fries, and even mozzarella sticks. And even roasted nuts and trail mix. Very interesting. And then over here, we have pizzata, which looks like pizza and pasta, hence the name pizzata. So it looks like they got different build your own pizzas, which looks like flatbread style. They have stromboli and different pastas. And this is all the different ones you can choose for your different pastas and different sauces here. And then build your own pasta starts at $14.49 and then varies on what things you add, such as different vegetables and proteins. So yet again, we are here a little early, but here is Asian fusion. So just like kind of like your typical Asian Chinese food. So like beef broccoli, chow egg rolls, stuff like that. And then they also have both Pepsi and Coke. So when you buy a drink from any of the places here, you would come over to the different fountain stations, depending on whether you're Team Pepsi or Team Coke. Comment which one you are. We're a Pepsi family, so if you're a Coke family, you're wrong. I'm just kidding. But as you can see, the line for breakfast time is quite large. It is later in the morning, so people are probably grabbing that last minute bite. But it all looks really delicious. Got like mixed fruit.
Yeah.
So it looks like they even got gravy and potatoes, different types of eggs. It looks like they even do made to order stuff as well. Then they have a burger and fries place, which, have you guessed it, burgers and fries. They have everything from a single all the way up to a triple burger, turkey burger, and even a veggie burger. They got different types of milkshakes. And they even have chicken sandwiches and wings. And if you have kids, or if you just a kid at heart, they also have hot dogs. All right, and then one of the last restaurants is going to be a build your own salad place called Chop and Toss. Yet again, here a little early, but it's pretty much wraps, salads, and then as you can see, soups as well. But definitely got a wide variety here down in the food court if you wanted just like a little quick bite and didn't want any type of fancy sit down eating, just something more casual. Plus, if you lost all your money here, this might be the only thing you can afford. But that is pretty much the food court. Oh, there also is, looks like a smoothie bar right before you leave called the Green Bar, which looks like has this little step up area. So it's like different fruit juices, smoothies, and even acai bowls, which looks really good. All right. That pretty much does it for the food court area. I'll do a quick little walk through the convenience area. And yet again, this whole area is open 24 hours, so they have quite the variety. Got all different chips and pretzel snacks. Even got giant pieces of cake, different milks. So if you have a random craving for chocolate milk later in the night. Wow, they even have a baklava. Now, I will warn you, obviously this is a convenience store, so it is going to be marked up and there are no prices marked. So it's literally like you're playing a gamble of what the price is here. So take that with what you will. And they even have pre-made sandwiches and salads. So if you happen to just miss when the restaurants have opened and or closed, they do have quite a variety here too, which all looks really good. All right. Wow. All right. That'll about do it for down here at the food court. All right, so once we come back up from the food court, then we'll take a left and head back to where the main circle area is. So once you come back up to where the American Bar and Grill is, we're going to be hanging a right there. And then you'll see where we're going to be headed to get closer to where the buffet is. And then they also do have conference centers here and stuff too. All right. So as you will see as we go through here, there are different shops as well, whether it be like little wine shops or just little random eateries. So as we're making our way to where you'll see where the buffet is, you'll have bread and butter, which is another like little quick bite eat spot, which is just like your little basic drinks and sandwiches. And then to the right of that is where B Prime and is that Angeline?
Yeah.
Angeline
It's like
is
a wine bar, I think.
Okay, so it's a wine bar. But that is all to the right here. We'll give you a brief little look at that real quick before we keep on heading on. But here is where bread and butter is. So it's like right now it's all different breakfast stuff.
And they are open 24 hours.
All right, so this is one of the other locations that are 24 hours. So the convenience store downstairs, and then bread and butter is open 24 hours. So here is Angeline's, which literally is just a bar and looks like they do serve some food there. And then you will see B Prime. And if you happen to have turned right instead of left when you left the food court, you will actually end up at the roundabout on the other side of the bar.
Yes.
And then you'll end up down this hallway here. So this is the B Prime Steakhouse, which looks very, very nice. But this is definitely out of our price range, so don't think we'll ever be giving y'all a review of the B Prime Steakhouse unless we happen to hit it big at a slot machine, then possibly. I was just letting them know that I probably would not be able to afford B Prime unless we hit it big at one of the slot machines. So I told them don't expect a review anytime soon of B Prime.
I mean, it's kind of in the name.
Right. All right. So as we make our way back, yet again, we have bread and butter here over to your left. We're going to keep going towards our right. Looks like this is a little area for wine. So we're going to walk straight past this. And then you're going to go through this little tiny nook here. And you're going to think, oh man, I'm at an end. Where am I going to go? You're actually going to hang a left unless you need to use the bathroom real quick. Then you're going to hang a right. But, oh, excuse me. But make a left. And then we're going to keep going straight down. So like I said, it's pretty much like a circle. I guess it's almost more like a square. But you're pretty much just walking the whole perimeter. And then here is where you're going to go if you see any type of comedy or music. This would be where you would be entering in. It looks very discreet right now, but they'll have it all open up and whatnot. And if you want to purchase tickets, your box office is right here to the left. Looks like they got some burlesque at the end of August. Might have to come back.
I think it's every Thursday, right?
Oh, there you go. All right, so as you pass the music box and its box office, you're gonna come up to where these columns are to your right, and that is actually the buffet. Now, I would recommend don't get here first thing when they open, because there's usually always a line. I don't know about breakfast, people only come here for dinner, but usually if you just give it about 30 minutes, the line dies down very quick, so. But yeah, so the buffet is right through here. It's a decent sized buffet. Took a couple of videos for you guys to see what that looks like. And then there's their hours and their prices. But this is also summertime hours. Once it hits off season, this will change and they will not be open Tuesday through Thursday. Excuse me.
Yeah, outside.
All right, so that's almost about just about it. We're almost making our full way around yet again. We have not showed you all the slot machines and the casino floor, but I'm sure you can get a gist of it. It's all held at the center. Up here to the left is one of their newer restaurants. It's called Noodles. When we passed by here around 6 o'clock last night, it was packed. There was not a seat to be had and a line waiting around the corner. But here are their hours. So Sunday through Thursday, 12 to 12. And then Friday and Saturday, they open all the way until 2 a.m. So check that out. All right. So now we're making it to the last few places. So now we got the Metropolitan, which reminds me of almost like a little outside eatery. The theming in here is absolutely gorgeous. Very cute. Then they also have a baccarat area to the left. And then here is their breakfast menu. So they have different omelets, French toast and stuff. So cute little breakfast spot if you want more of a sit-down breakfast versus like a grab and go that you would find at Bread and Butter or at the... All right, and then the last one you're gonna have is the Homestead Steakhouse, which
That's
definitely
one.
upscale place. Very, very nice. I do believe it is highly recommended for reservations there. And I'm pretty sure that you do have to have proper attire, so you can't just come in your swim trunks and your flip-flops. So don't attempt to do that. All right. So the very last spot before we make it right back to where we started is the long bar. Looks like it's just a little narrow bar, hence the name Long Bar. It's literally just one long bar. All right, y'all, we have made it fully around. And actually, it looks like they have a little gift shop here too if you want designer stuff as well to our right here. All right, we're gonna make our turn to go back into the main hallway of where you would go right back to your car. So here's that little designer shop.
Want a bag?
Oh no, I don't do designer stuff.
Sure.
But if you do, hey, that's your thing. The Borgata Baking Co. Don't know why I could not think of what it was called, but yeah, the Borgata Baking Co. Oh, he's fine. You don't pay attention, the child's fine. You start paying attention, he cries. That's how it goes. All right, y'all. That is our full walkthrough of Borgata. Let us know what you think, where you would eat, and if you have ate at one of these restaurants that we sadly would not be able to review because we gamble for a reason. Not because we have a ton of money, but because we want a ton of money. All right, so we just made it to our room. We are on the 10th floor, and we are in room 47. We got a standard non-smoking king room. All right, let's take a look at this. And the first thing you'll notice is the bathroom. It is nice and bright. You'll have a full-size mirror, a nice sink and vanity area with hand wash and lotion provided. And then as you pan over, you will notice the nice walk-in shower, which also has marble tile. They also provide your conditioner, shampoo, and body wash. There are also towels inside of the shower that will not get wet. And it also even has a built-in seat if you wanted to sit here and enjoy the shower or shave your legs. And directly past the shower, you will notice that there is a water closet, which is literally just a fancy word for toilet room. So, little toilet area, nice little wallpaper, even has a painting in here as well. And then as we make our way back into the main area of the room, you'll see another full-size mirror here. As you can see Tim chilling on the bed over there. Hello, Mr. Lambie. And then as you're panning through and seeing Mr. Lambie again on the bed, we have a nice big closet, which easily stores all of our luggage here. It also has a nice size safe if you actually win any money here. And the doors are very heavy, so just be careful. All right, as we pan back over to the room, we have Executive Tim over here at his little desk area with the
lamp over here.
Yeah, very nice, with a very beautiful view. We're just gonna skip the rest of the room and just take the view in for a little bit. The first thing you'll see is this building here, which is the MGM Tower, which is a additional property that got built later on for the Borgata, which you can use through the Borgata property. There is also a separate pool area over here that you can use as well. You just have to be 21 and up to be able to utilize that. And then directly below us is where you would come and do your valet parking. I apologize for the reflection of the bar here. And then over here to your right, you have the Golden Nugget. And what you'll see is a little bit of the ocean and part of the bay intermingling. And then way back here past the MGM Tower is Harrah's. So you're close to some properties, but not directly on the boardwalk. And then we're going to pan back this way.
And a fun tip, Golden Nuggets free parking all the time.
There you go. So if you want to be able to have somewhere to park for free, park at the Golden Nugget. Don't know how much you're actually going to be able to do walking wise at Golden Nugget, but
a little off the beaten path.
But still worth giving a shot. All right, as we give the rest of the room a look, we did get a king room, as we stated at the beginning of our video, which we always prefer king, so it's just the two of us. We did find a fun little trick here with the Borgata bed. We'll have to show you the fun trick that the Borgata bed does. So we found that apparently if we both sit directly on the edge of the bed, which I'm already nervous doing this. I don't recommend doing this. Don't know why it's like this, but do you notice the bed right now?
It rocks.
It's a rocking bed apparently. Apparently the design of this bed isn't the greatest, so I would highly recommend that you do not sit on the edge of the bed if you and your partner are both willing to plop down on both edges of the bed.
It's like if I do it by itself, it don't fully there.
Oh no, it's definitely doing it. Go ahead, do it again.
Big guy gotta be more in the center.
No, the center is actually more weighted somehow.
Normally, we've stayed in other rooms in this place, and the bed is not like this. The bed's comfy. Don't get me wrong. It's just that was the first time it's ever done the flipping thing.
Yeah, we usually do the suites here, but since we are here in the summertime, which we usually are not here during the summertime, all the suites were not available. So we just stuck with the standard old king room. Mr. Lambie, would you like to show why the bed rocks the way it does?
I'll just explain it. The feet of the bed are that like hold the bed frame are not closer to the end. They're more like underneath, like right here. So you put weight here, and it just goes like this. So I don't know if that's a design flaw, older frame, crappy frame. I don't know, but like I said, the bed's comfy. It's just I hope that it don't cause a problem when we go to sleep tonight. We'll figure out, and we'll give you some final reviews in the morning, I'm sure. But yeah, that's nice. Two end tables next to the bed. You got another phone over there.
I also did forget to say that there was a phone in the toilet room. So let me go back and show that for you guys, because I don't know if you guys need to use a phone while you're in the toilet, but there is a phone here right by the toilet. So you tell me if you would actually use that in the comments and who you would call in a toilet, because I personally wouldn't, but hey, we're all different.
You get greeted and you come to the room on your TV.
Oh no, my name. Just kidding.
They'll have you saying, hey, whatever your name is. It's a nice little greeting. But this TV will show you all kinds of things about the property details. Like it'll tell you the restaurants. When you stay at a resort like this, it'll tell you all that kind of stuff, like restaurants. Got information on all the different restaurants. Let's see if I can get that to come on. You can click all restaurants, and you can just scroll, and it'll just show you all the different
Look, it even tells you if you go back, it'll show you what type it is, what their signature dish is, and what type of attire, because
some of them are pretty fancy.
So you see how that says casual? So
and then this one says proper attire. So
if
we're dressed nice.
Right. So if you're not dressed like this lady.
Now, as we're scrolling, and you can see the attire that Amanda was pointing out, this is the place that we've always ate, is the buffet at the Borgata.
And the cuisine is, you name it.
And then, as you can see, they're casual. They're nothing fancy. The dinner always features prime rib. I don't believe we can film there, so that's why I'm kind of explaining it now. But
we'll try and take pictures and show you guys.
But I know they have prime rib. They always have shrimp, like steamed shrimp, fried shrimp. I think they do too. But it's well worth it if you're going to look for somewhat fancy but not too expensive. I would say they are probably the route to go. Now they're not super cheap, but they are cheaper than the steakhouses and the other restaurants they have here on the property. And then since we're in a fancier property, they have room service and they have a full menu you can order. They got all kinds of things. They got starters, they got soups, but they have all these pamphlets here in the room. This is one of them. It just shows you what they have in the menu, and you can call. They actually, I think, also have a website link you can order through there, so you can have it delivered to your room. And then you can pay more, and they actually come in with like the whole tray, like you'd see in the movies, to where they'll bring it to you and serve you. They'll probably have you sit over here and they'll serve you. That's a lot of money I hear, but some people are into that thing. Now, there's also information on the pool. I think technically with the MGM Tower pool, I think there's 3 total pools, and then hot tubs on all of them too. The one at the MGM Tower is 21 plus. I can't remember. I want to say the one at the Borgata is all ages, as they do have private swim times too.
So it looks like if you go back, so it says hotel guests 18 years and older for the indoor pool.
Yeah. And then adult swim is from 7 to 9 a.m. every day.
Okay.
So they do probably allow
children, just not.
Yeah. And then at the MGM Tower, it's all 21 plus. Don't know why they're in their suits and nice dresses inside the pool.
Because it's heated. That's fine.
And there is the outdoor pools, which we've never been able to use because we're usually here in the colder seasons. So maybe we'll check that out. I don't know how much film we can get because I know they don't, being that it's a casino property, they usually don't allow too much filming. So we'll see what we can get. And we'll just probably, like I said, if we can't film it, either pictures or we'll give it in the final review thoughts at the end. But they'll tell you if you have events, you can actually order movies, like recent movies that are on DVD and stuff. And then you can watch movies here if you have like people over and you want to entertain a little bit. They also have somewhere on here, remember, there it is. You can click music. It has just like a random music station that you can play music through. So if you want to, once again, entertain, you can put that on there and show people a good time. But this is the king room here at the Borgata. All right, guys, we're ready to check out. This is the next morning. I was sad to leave.
Very sad.
Give us give the final thoughts on Borgata here in Atlantic City, New Jersey. I guess the pros would be everything you want is in the casino area, and downstairs there's a food court. It's got you don't really have to leave if you don't want to. They got restaurants, plenty of bathrooms, got gambling, of course, table games, slots. As far as the room goes, pros is the shower gets hot, the sink gets hot.
Yes.
You got a refrigerator. You don't have to pay for like a mini bar or anything like that. You got a coffee maker.
Large closet, lots of storage for your stuff.
Another pro is the bed. I know we had the whole almost flipping upside down on us.
You just have to sit on it the right way.
But the bed was very comfortable. I slept a long time.
Oh, believe me, he did.
So
Loudly.
I needed it. As far as cons, we definitely noticed when we went to go plug our stuff in last night, there was no USB ports, so we couldn't charge some things like our watches and
Which was
other
quite a
things.
bummer because you would think in this day and age that by now you would have USB ports on everything. So even like your lamps and stuff that you would typically have, just even like a regular plug-in, there's not even plug-ins. It's literally just the wall space. I think the only one that had a plug-in was the lamps beside the bed, but it's really just one wall plug-in. That's it. What's it called?
And then another con I would say is if you do stay here, uh, I don't obviously the suite, and we'll hopefully come back another time and show you that room because the suite is amazing.
Yes.
But as far as getting, I think they have queens or kings. The room still it gets the job done. But cons, I would say, if you're gonna stay here, try if you have the option, stay on a higher floor so you can get the better views.
Yes.
This is the first time we stayed on a lower floor on the 10th floor. We're normally in the 40s, and I know some people might not be into the high floors, but to me, it's less noise and better views.
Now, we will mention that if you are on the higher floors, the elevator goes extremely fast and it can also make you nauseous. So if you get easily nauseous, you might want to stick with the lower floors, just as a heads up.
And they do have ocean view rooms, and then we unfortunately got the bay side this room, and all you pretty much get to look at is the other tower and the windmill things out there in the water.
Yeah, so I think that the odd numbers are all on the back side, which is going to be the bay side. So if you're wanting more of like the ocean view or even like just to be able to see like the city of Atlantic City, you would want even numbers. So if you can add that in, say, hey, can I have an even number room? That would probably get you much farther.
Now I think we got this because it was the summertime. There's so many people here, so
Yeah, we usually don't come here during the summertime. Usually we'll come here for birthdays, which is in March, or more of like our actual anniversary, which is later in October. So we're usually not here during the peak of summertime. So we'll have to come take you guys back when it's not as busy so we can show you all those things too.
now if you stayed here, please let us know in the comments what you thought about the Borgata here in Atlantic City. Whether it's Borgata or maybe tell us about the MGM Tower because we've got to stay at the MGM Tower, other than going to use their pool and hot tub one time.
Right.
So let us know where you typically stay in Atlantic City, or if you like the Borgata, or if you want to go see the Borgata.
Or let us know where you want us to check out next in Atlantic City. We're
That's it.
willing to explore different properties here, so just let us know.